Welcome back to another episode of South Bay Buzz with Megan Lebre. I am delighted to introduce you today to my friend, CorRi Vaughn. CorRi, you're here.
Yay!
It's great Friday vibes today.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm so happy. How's your day going?
Pretty good. I've been looking forward to this all week.
I know, me
Yes,
too.
excited to be here. And thank you for having
Of
me.
course, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yes.
Let's see how many times we have to pause and stop laughing.
It just makes it fun.
It does. It does. CorRi and I were just talking about how we first met because we were first social media friends.
Yes.
Because that's how many of us become friends these days.
Yes.
Good old social media. And then we met at a networking event. And
Okay.
we're 99.9% positive it was at Mesh Space.
Yes.
Which is also poetic because Mesh Space just closed its doors
It did.
last Friday.
Yeah, I know. It's
We
so
love you,
sad.
Eunice. So thank you for the memories there. And then fast forward to this past November, December. It's a blur.
November.
Was it November?
Yep.
That's good you remember because I just remember thinking, oh, this season snuck up real quick.
It did.
And oh boy, we have not taken photos of our family in
Mhm.
a year. And you took our family photos.
And that was so fun.
It was so fun.
Fun.
And I was really nervous because we did one of your mini sessions and I had at the time just barely 2.5-year-old boys, twin boys, and then my daughter who is 5. And 2 out of the 3 of them are very tricky when it
Mhm.
comes to photos.
Yeah.
And you, my friend, got even the trickiest of them to smile and laugh and find a lot of joy within less than 15 minutes.
Yes. It was a personal challenge.
Yeah, but you
I was
did
like,
it.
I'm going to get a laugh out of him.
Yeah,
Good luck.
you did.
But
But
I did.
the funniest part is that's his personality, and he
Mhm.
just has to feel really comfortable.
Comfortable. Yeah.
And you did it. And they are exquisite, and they make me happy. And they're currently my profile picture and my my Facebook, like, what do they call them? Cover photo?
Oh, the cover photo.
Cover photo.
I'm
So
happy to hear that.
yes,
I love seeing my photos
I
on
know.
profile pictures and just displayed.
Yeah, and on my background on my phone. If it's not a Taylor Swift concert photo that I was at sometime last year or the year before, it's that.
Yes.
But as I gave that intro, and that's obviously my connection to you. For those who don't know you yet, because I don't know if you've ever met someone that's a stranger. But let's
Right.
just pretend there is maybe somebody who hasn't met you yet. Why don't you tell the good people who you are and what makes you CorRi?
Okay. I'm CorRi Vaughn. I've been doing photography professionally for 12 years. Prior to that, I was a preschool teacher, then a nanny. And July of 2024, I took my business full time.
Wow.
I took that leap.
Gosh, what was that? I mean, what was that like?
It was
Honestly.
scary. I didn't decide to take it full time.
Uh-huh.
It kind of just happened that way.
Sure.
My little boy, my little nanny kid, he started preschool as they do around 2.5. So he started preschool, and I'm looking for something very specific. I want it part-time. I want it to be paid fairly, but it was just hard. I just kept running into walls, and something told me, like, maybe this is not what you're supposed to be doing anymore. But I didn't want to accept that because I love the kids, and it's what I've been doing for 18 years. So I was like, this is what I know. This is what I know to do. And then I just started getting inquiries like for weekday bookings. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, okay, people do want sessions on the weekdays. Maybe I can make this work. And then it just flowed. People just kept coming and opportunities were just presenting themselves. I'm like, okay, maybe this is what I'm meant to do now. Take my photography full time. It was a little scary, but it's been wonderful. So many opportunities have come from this. Meet so many people. Yeah, your
Do you
thing is full.
do you feel like there I guess going back to when you first picked up a camera, if you can talk about that, did that happen early on in your childhood? Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. So for my 12th birthday, I received a huge block camera, Kodak camera too. It was like a
Oh,
little rectangle. It was a black, yeah, and it was a film camera, of course.
yes, of course.
So it just took off from there. I just started taking pictures, photographing my family. And then, as I got older, I started getting more and more cameras. And then I got a digital camera. I'm like, oh, this is just so fun. So it just really blossomed from when I got that first camera. I really took to it.
Did you ever have a Polaroid?
Yes, of
Of
course.
course, I know. I still think a Polaroid
Yes.
there's something about it.
Yes. I still have one, actually, the
Do you
cute
really?
little pink
Yeah,
one.
that's
Yeah.
I know Alice does, my daughter does
Yeah,
too.
I love it.
I saw something on, I think it was TikTok or Instagram, and I want to do it, and maybe now that I said it out loud, I'll go do it.
Do it.
But I saw the thing where you buy the disposable camera and bring
Uh-huh.
it into a business, and you just are like, take pictures during the day today, like
Okay.
for customers and things, and
Yeah.
then you go get it developed for them and come back
Oh, that's
and
so
just to
cool.
see like what your day was like.
Yes.
Because there is nothing like that rush
Yes.
of when we were growing up of going and turning
Dropping
in
off the
your
yes.
film roll.
Yes.
And I imagine for you too, like I mean, I know you get some of the instant gratification right
Mhm.
there when you're taking photos and you're
Yeah.
looking back, but what's that like for you when you go back and look at a session after you've, maybe like especially during the holidays, you're doing a bunch back to back.
Yes.
What is it like when the gallery comes up and you're looking through everything?
Just it's just amazing just seeing the smiles and capturing those moments that sometimes parents don't think that was captured, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you got this," especially in the amount of time with the
Yeah.
mini sessions. They're like, "Wow, like you really capture the essence of our family," you know? And that just makes me happy, especially the kids. I just love it.
How did you decide on your photography's business name? Lenn M Photography.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so I had a favorite auntie. Her name was Lanika Mitchell, and she just loves taking pictures. She loved taking pictures, but her life was ended a little early. She had cervical cancer and she passed away at 29. So when I decided I wanted to make my photography a business, I knew I wanted to dedicate that to her because she just loved taking pictures, and I just felt like it would honor her because they just went hand in hand, kind of. Yeah. So I just named my business after her. A lot of people think my name is Lynn. They're like, "Hey, Lynn." I'm like, "No, I'm CorRi." It's an honest mistake, though.
I know. No, that's so funny. Hey, Len. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a
Mhm.
beautiful tribute
Mhm.
and a really lovely nod to her
Yes.
legacy.
Yes.
And thank you for sharing that. And I'm sad that you lost,
I
that she's not with us right
mhm.
now. But a beautiful way to honor something
Yeah,
she
thank
loves so
you.
much. After years of capturing many precious moments, including, I will say, my one of my boys' little cute snaggletooth smile,
So
which is
cute.
one of my favorite photos of all time.
So cute.
What part of photography brings you the most joy?
Having captured a moment that you can kinda leave behind, because 'cause I've had, like, a lot of not too many, but I've had a few clients that had family sessions with, like, an older mom or grandmother, and, they passed away, and they use the photos for their obituaries, and just for them to have that photo that I took, like, that is so special to me. I'm like, it's sad, but it's like, I'm so happy that I was able to give them this, this snapshot of their loved one.
That's beautiful. Yeah,
Yes.
that's really powerful. I feel like it's more common, maybe now more than ever, to see those. I mean, maybe folks have been doing it for a long time, but I recall back in 2014, my husband's side of the family did a very big family reunion, and they brought in a photographer, and it was big family reunion. And I remember thinking something similar because one of the uncles passed away fairly soon after, that fall, actually, and it happened in the summer. And yeah, it's something that we didn't grow up having those big family photos taken in a professional way. But now for like our own family, like I've told you, it's really important that at
Yes.
least once a year.
Yes.
But now you're making me think like, maybe we need to have a family session where we're bringing in the
Absolutely.
aunts, or bringing in my dad and his wife and like other folks,
Absolutely.
because I don't know if they're getting their photos
Yeah.
taken every year.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I have like a personal story with that. I wanted to photograph my grandfather and my little brother like together. He loved golf, so I was like, okay, we're gonna do this shoot. We're gonna go to the golf course. We're gonna get some photos. But I just kept pushing it off, pushing it off, pushing it off, and then he eventually passed away. And I'm like, I regret that I did not stop and do that session. I really regret it. Like,
Mhm.
I wish I would have just taken the time to get them both together and do that session,
Yeah.
because that would have been amazing, you know?
Yeah. That's hard. Yeah. That's really hard.
Yeah.
But it's like difficult because it's one of those things where we just think we have more
More time.
time.
Yes. So I tell people, like, there's not going to be a perfect time. Just do the photos, you know?
Mhm.
Your kids are not going to care that you thought you were 10 pounds too heavy,
Yeah.
or, anything. Like, those pictures are just so important. I did not like taking pictures as a kid. Like, oh, maybe a kid, but like once I got to like junior high, high school, I still literally run from the camera. Like, no, I'll take your photo, but you cannot take my
Yes.
picture. And I regret that too. I regret that I don't even know what I looked like in middle school because I did not want my picture taken.
Yeah.
And I didn't start taking pictures or allow myself to get into pictures until my 12th grade year
Mhm.
of high school. But now, oh, yeah, take my picture. Please take my picture.
I'm ready for my first look. I
Yes.
was gonna say, and you have such dynamic, like positive energy. And anytime I see a picture of you, the first thing I notice is your bright, shiny eyes and your beautiful megawatt smile.
Thank you.
So the camera loves you, darling. The camera
I
loves
used to
you.
run,
Oh,
but I regret it because I don't have like pictures of my mom
yeah,
and just family members.
sure.
I would take it. Like, you would have a picture, but I
Yes.
wouldn't be in it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I also got my mom into taking pictures now too,
Oh.
because she didn't like the camera either. But now she's like, "Oh, can you take my picture? Can you take?" Okay, wait. Okay, mom. Now, okay, you're doing a little too much.
She's like, "Well, you
You
asked
should take
me."
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
you encouraged me to do this, so I'm doing it.
Is there something that you usually tell somebody prior or even during a photo shoot? It can be with family or on their own. For people that are, and I'm one of them, like, admittedly, I get so uncomfortable unless you tell me exactly what to do. Or you disarm me a little bit,
Uh-huh.
like kind of in our photo session where you're like, "Oh, throw the leaves up
Yes.
and stuff." Um, it's like I want those photos that are more candid
Yes.
and show me and my silly side or my relaxed side, and yet as comfortable as I am behind the camera and filming and telling other people's stories, like
Yes.
I freeze. Like I'm like,
Your turn, huh?
So yeah, how do you help, especially adults, but also kids?
Yeah.
Maybe is there some advice you would give to each audience?
Well, I try to use humor. I try to talk to them before our session, kind of to get them to relax. Um, I'll play music sometimes. This music can really help with the kids and adults as well. I just try to get them to relax and just to act like I'm not even there sometimes. Sometimes it's like, okay, I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna go far away. I have a long lens. I could just, photograph you guys in your element. Like, just breathe. Sometimes I have even the adults shake their sillies out
Yes.
because it can be a little nerve wracking. Yeah. But I just want them to relax and kind of like be themselves,
Yeah. Yeah. You have like a favorite or unexpected moment from a session that you could share with us?
Okay, something that it really made my heart smile. I was doing a family session. It was mom, dad, 4 kids under, I want to say they were under 10.
Mhm.
And the mom was just like very kind of like frantic,
Yeah.
trying to get the kids together, and didn't think that we would capture the moments and get the shots. But after I sent her proofs over, she was just like, she literally called me crying, like, thank you for this. She was like, this is more than I expected of this session. It's like, I was a nervous wreck in the morning. I didn't think my kids were doing well to get the good shots, but everything was just candid and so organic. And she really loved the photo. She ended up getting her whole gallery. Of
I
course.
heard that happen before, Miss.
Of course. But she was like, yeah, this is my last baby. And just capturing
Oh,
these moments just brought so much joy to my heart.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really hard. I think as parents, I will own it around the holidays.
Yes.
It's like we all want the thing,
Mhm.
and um, I think something we're gonna try this year, at least for our family, is we're gonna actually try to do not so close to the holidays.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm wondering
Yeah.
if that will help us also relax a little
Mhm.
bit, because I think that sometimes adds to the
I start in
frantic.
September. So
Yeah,
some
so
families
that's
like
what we'll
start
probably
their
do, or
holiday
maybe
sessions
early
in
October.
September. Yeah.
Yeah,
September, late September, early October.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I love me some fall sunsets in the South
Mhm.
Bay.
Yes.
Is there anything surprising about being a photographer that, like, on the surface, people don't think about or don't know about?
Totally. So I don't think people realize how much goes into it. It's just not the shoot.
Mhm.
So we have to plan the location. We have to plan the perfect times. We have to plan. Sometimes I offer wardrobe assistance. It's a lot of planning beforehand, and also the after. So the after, we have to call the images. We have to pick the best ones. We have to edit them. Edit the hair. I edit hair because I'm a crazy person.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
I'm very detailed when I edit, and I hand edit every single photo. So it can be tedious. But I don't think people realize how many steps after the photo shoot that it takes to get them the actual images. Yeah. So it's just, um, it's just something that people probably don't think about, but should maybe realize that there's lots of steps after
Yeah.
to getting your beautiful photos to you.
Yes. And with that, I would say, sometimes I think another, this is not, we didn't talk about this, but from like my perspective, I would say if you plan on using someone budget,
Yes,
because this is why prices are the way they are. Like
absolutely.
it is a value,
Absolutely.
it's an investment. And I honestly, it snuck up on us last year,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Oh my god." And knowing how much time and effort and energy, and we are somebody who bought, like, our whole gallery.
Yes.
I know that took, like, a lot of time. So if it is something that is interesting to you, like, start thinking about it now. Just
Yeah,
put a little bit
absolutely.
away.
Absolutely.
And then that way, it's not like a stressor when it comes to the end of the year,
Mhm.
and, you know that you're getting beautiful, fabulous
Absolutely.
photos.
And something I kind of been toying with the idea, is offering payment plans, because I feel that everyone deserves beautiful photos, and with the economy, maybe not
Mhm.
everyone is able to just do that, that amount up front.
Yeah.
So I've been toying with the idea, maybe just breaking it up to like maybe 4 payments, 2 payments, And if I do decide to do that, I will, yeah, I will announce
We
that
can
on my
announce
page.
it. Yes, there you go. Yes, so
But
follow along.
yes, I really do think I'm gonna do
I
that.
know. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to be thoughtful about what that, yeah, like we're already in, how are we already in May? I
Yes,
don't know. I
already
don't
in May.
understand. So I'm excited to jump into this part about your journey and like really talking about community. CorRi, you are somebody who is a cheerleader for others.
Yes.
You are involved in the community. You really shine bright when you are lifting others up as well. Being in the South Bay, how have you found that the community has shaped your work? We'll start there, and then I have a follow
Okay.
up.
The community has been amazing. I came to the South Bay in 2010, actually. Yeah. When I started working at Beach Babies.
Yes.
That's actually how I started professionally. I was doing shoots casually, and then a coworker got pregnant. And she was like, I would love for you to take my maternity photos and I'll pay you. I'm like, you'll pay me to do this? Okay.
Great.
Yes. So I did her maternity photos. She loved them. And word kind of got around like, hey, Miss CorRi takes photos now. So some of the parents, hired me to take their like family photos, and it literally just took off from there. I just started meeting so many people around the community, other photographers, and yeah, it literally took off, and especially the South Bay pages on Facebook and Instagram. It just really helped shape my business, really.
That's awesome. Do you have any favorite local spots or memorable sessions that you've had around the South Bay that really stand out to you?
Definitely my beach sessions.
Yeah.
That's where I started. It just feels true to home. My Manhattan Beach sessions, my Hermosa Beach sessions, my Rat Beach and Palos Verdes sessions. I just love the beach sessions.
Free. When you're thinking about the stories that you're trying to preserve for families, how does that responsibility or meaning shape the way that you come to a session?
Okay. I like to come just with that energy. I feel like I bring a certain energy to the sessions where it's like, okay, we're doing this. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's be organic. Let's, just capture the essence. Every family is different. So I really want to portray the family in that way, their uniqueness. So that's the mindset I just go with. Like, these will be photos that they'll have for years to come, and hopefully they'll hang them in their homes and, just cherish them for a long time. So I kind of go in with that mindset, like, this is really meaningful work.
Hmm.
It really is. And it's near and true to my heart.
Absolutely. Um, you to me are very inspiring, and I think it's really powerful when we hear other people's stories because it's just such a great reminder that our paths are never really linear.
Yes.
They take lots of twists and
Yeah.
turns and turnabouts and zigzags. So, for those that are listening that that are on their path to do creative work or they are doing creative work, especially if they were wanting to do photography, and tell stories in that way, what advice would you offer about staying true to themselves as you have and building a meaningful business?
My advice would be to find what makes you unique. I know that my goofy personality and my childlike playfulness kind of sets me apart from some other photographers, but try to find what makes you unique and like really hone on that and bring it to your business. And that would be my advice. Find your
Perfect.
uniqueness
Yeah,
and really take it at 100%.
exactly.
Yeah.
I was at an event earlier this week and there were other like content creators, other marketing people, PR, And we were talking about that. It's every single person is going to do their craft or have their business or tell a story in their own way.
Yes.
And it's just about, at the end of the day, how do you do it? How do you connect with that business you're representing or that family that you're taking a photo
Yes.
of? Because we can all do it in our own way. And like, that's the beautiful thing. That's what makes a community richer
Yes.
and more vibrant and dynamic. So
Yes.
that's great advice. Is there anything else you wanted to share before we wrapped up?
Even if you don't book with me, make sure that you're taking photos with your family, your loved ones, your friends, because in a few years, not a few years, but eventually that'll be all that we have to look back on and cherish and hold on to really remember that person. So take the photos. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, CorRi. Where can we find you on social media, web, all the things?
Okay. I could be reached via Instagram. My Instagram handle is at Lenn_M dot underscore photography.
Yes. And we'll put that in the show
Okay.
notes.
on Facebook, I'm just Lenn M Photography. And yeah, those are my two handles.
Awesome. And to book with you, how do we do that?
To book with me, my link is in the bio
Perfect.
on my Instagram and my Facebook pages.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much, CorRi,
Thank
for
you for having
being here.
I'm so happy for you, Megan.
Oh, thank you. And honestly, if you need someone to cheer you on in life,
I am the biggest cheerleader.
she is. CorRi is. I mean, gosh, if no one can tell after this, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, CorRi has just been a great, great, great supporter of other small businesses in the area.
Thank you.
And has become a dear friend. So
Yes.
yay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a part of the movement to shop small and support local. We will see you next week on South Bay Buzz with Megan Lebre. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye. Okay.
I did it.